So, welcome to the first video of our podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since we've, conceptualized this idea in the podcast, but yeah, Nike, take it away. Um,
So here we are, Kato and I, reaching out there, getting ourselves involved further in gaming community. Uh, I know Kato and I have been gaming for over 20 years now. We grew up, early 2000s playing games. We were exposed to a lot of things, and it's getting together today to shoot the shit, talk about the gaming community, where we're at, where we want to be, and
Hell
yeah. So Kato, what do you think brings us here today?
yeah. A lot of things. Leaving the league, um, business purposes, and just in general wanting to do more, like post more on the gaming channel. Because I know I haven't posted. Y'all have been popping off on the gaming channel, by the way. But I haven't posted a single time. And I'm like, I need something, but nothing seems like it's good enough to go on the gaming channel for me because y'all are just fucking popping off and I'm over here just posting like every once or two times a week type shit. So like nothing seems like it'll fit because what I want to post isn't what we post on the team channel at all. Like I'll have like a Rust series or something that isn't good enough to go on my channel, and then I'm like, should I post it on our channel? And I'm like, if it's not good enough to post on mine, it's not good enough to go on the team channel type shit. But you know, like, and the drama with us leaving the league, that also is the reason why we're because I want to clear some stuff up. I have a whole script ready to read out, and I scrapped like two videos of like my response, and it was all angry, and now it's more calm. So we'll get into that a little bit later though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and it was a good time for us to step back and, analyze everything and not gonna lie, everything that's happened, it hit hard, but the problem is much larger than anything that's happened in the league, happened
yeah,
in the Crew Motorfest. It's the same thing that's happening in real life. And it's sad to see because this is the future. In the real world, we're working with people older than us and stuff. This is, we're young for the most part. Yes, there's exceptions to that. And we have a big influence on a lot of people when we play these games, when we're in these discords, when we're publishing content. And people have a hard time empathizing with anyone. People start putting a lot of
facts.
time into things, they're putting their heart into things, and they can't just have fun anymore. They can't work towards their goals because instead of it being a skill issue trying to progress in something now it's about if you jive with the right people.
Facts.
And that's a problem that's something that relates to real life as well. So it's hard to see, but I don't want to spend this whole podcast, complaining. We want to talk
Yeah,
about solutions. We want to relate with you guys. We want to see how we build communities on games where small content creators get, they're people aren't discouraging these people because everyone in their life has something that they want to do. And if you're trying to get in the way and make this person feel uncomfortable and question their character and stuff, like that's diminishing for someone. And it doesn't
facts.
just on the game. It hurts them in real life too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are very passionate about this. And when pretty much say you're not welcome here without
Mhm.
saying you're not welcome here,
Yeah.
that hits hard. So yeah, Kato, what are your thoughts on that?
Like in my personal experience, like gaming, people on games are of course going to be toxic because it's more anonymous, and people don't know what you look like. People don't know where you're from, so it's a lot easier. Like if you have a mask on, and if you've never showed your face, of course it's going to be easier to discourage someone over a game or online in general because you don't know that person. I mean, you're playing a game, you met on the game, so it's easier to, you know, like troll someone and kind of be able to discourage. Because if you're good at a game and you're shitting on someone, of course you're gonna be like, "Oh, you suck," da 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 da. But like relating to what happened to me, it's like 40 people. well, not, it may have been 40, I don't know. But 40 people going for 43 minutes trying to embarrass me and embarrass us. It's just crazy. Like, I didn't really say anything because, I mean, at that point it was just, there's no way my voice was gonna get drowned out anyway. So, like, it's just, it's a crazy concept, but it happens all the time. And online bullying is such a big thing, which it's just a no go. Like, we have to clean this shit up. We have to clean up the community, and that's what we did. We separated from the toxic people that was in there, and we're a lot happier about it. You know, so and we're
Yeah.
moving on.
No, I listened to that entire thing, man, and
Oh, I didn't listen
listen,
to it.
everyone who's listening can relate, and when we're emotionally fueled and someone's telling you to join this or join that, and you're not in your right state of mind and you're
Yeah,
already upset, nothing good's going to come from that. Not in business, not in video games, not in friendships, not in relationships. To always have people in your arms where you want them to be on a video game where it's supposed to be someone's free time, where they're
yeah,
doing things they enjoy, and then
and not a
to,
job.
you know, use their emotional response to give you a reason to make them feel like they're nothing.
Yeah,
That's really harsh, man. And I've been playing video games for a long time. I used to play game battles, used to play for money, used to play in tournaments on UMG all the time, okay? And I play with
same.
a lot
I
of
used to
Call of Duty
play for
people.
college.
I've
Like, I went to
never,
college for games and stuff in
yeah,
esports.
and
So,
uh I've never ran into stuff like this. You know,
on
um
God,
never getting personal. I don't recall ever getting personal with someone.
yeah.
And the amount of times that someone's attacked me personally
Even
is
in
insane.
COD,
I don't even want to sit here and play the victim, man, because there's
yeah.
been times I've said things that are debatable, and I've said things that maybe have cultural indifferences, not in regards to race or demographics or anything
Hmm.
like that. Just the way the North American culture is. You know, a lot of people in sports, for example, portray Americans, right? Cato's
Yeah.
American, I'm Canadian, by the way, as cocky and in ego, but it's a cultural thing, and we need to, as a society, especially here in Canada where we have lots of immigration, we have to accept people for how their personalities are different. And I've been open arms in the community on learning different cultures, okay?
Hmm.
I was on a team that was primarily with Arabic people, and I learned about their culture, and I learned a lot, and I appreciate that time regardless that I got to learn that, because it helps me better understand how I communicate with people like that. But no one gives us the time. No one gives Cato the time. No one gives me the time because they have 20, 10, 30, whatever people backing them up, putting pressure on virtually,
Yeah.
right?
And they
Like,
feel
it's just a
emboldened.
wild concept.
Yeah, they feel emboldened to, like when someone, I'm not gonna say that they're radicalized, but I'm giving an example. If you're radicalized and you have 10, 20, 30 other people like confirming your belief, you're gonna get even more radicalized than you already are. And if you're in an argument and you have that many people backing you up, you're just gonna up the ante to satisfy the people watching, you know. And
I it's
that's
yeah.
it's the saddest part about it, because you could have a disagreement with someone and you could have a fruitful conversation, but if there's other people in the mix, like rooting you on and just rage baiting you, of course it's gonna get out of hand. So, eh,
And we need to emphasize on, we're talking about one scenario here.
yeah,
This is a podcast. We're
yeah,
going to be doing multiple series, right? And we want to share our experience with other people. 27-year-old man, okay? I've seen a lot of bad shit. I've been
mm,
around a lot of people that, I shouldn't have been around, and I've never seen this kind of behavior before, and it's been a pattern over some time. And Cato and we've walked away from the team. Zephyr Racing.
yeah.
Cato's the owner of this team, as you guys know. And it's insane.
It,
But
it's
yeah, for
fucking
for
crazy.
now, we just want to talk about the incident and why we're gone, where we're going.
Yeah,
Just keep it brief to tell you guys where we're at. So yeah, like I said, we stepped away from the crew. It was an
thank
executive
God,
decision.
thank God.
Everyone was on board. We have people on the team who still like to play.
Yeah,
That's fine.
and if you want
Like
to recruit
we're
them,
chilling.
that's fine. Um, I just
Yeah,
gotta
it's not
approve
going to
it
cause
first.
controversy, drama. Like, we're here to have fun. We're here to play games we enjoy together. we have a big variety of games that the guys play. We play
Yeah.
racing games, shooting games, all that stuff. And right now we're hard on Battlefield.
Oh
Walked
God.
away from the
Oh,
crew.
Battlefield is so good.
Battlefield, yeah,
So good.
Battlefield's
Fuck
amazing.
COD.
It's yeah, and then you know, Car X Street, any racing games really. The boys hop on, we adapt, we play, we have fun. And the
Facts.
content creation side of things is we're a lot of work been going on behind the scenes with this team.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that people don't even know their names that I have major respect for because I know the time that they've put into this. And I'm looking forward to the day that they're rewarded for it.
Me
And we're gonna
too.
be there
Trust.
to support them every step on this journey. So it's a team effort, and lots of gameplay to come. Lots of the guys on the team live stream, and get to know us one by one kind of deal.
Facts. And speaking on the background stuff, one clothing brand, right? Clothing brand is popping off. Multiple people. I have like 4 orders right now, and then working on the next collection that is in the works. So if you're wanting to buy merch, I'm gonna plug the link in the description. And then what else? Oh yeah, got a business LLC going with 100 shares. It's private right now because I'm the sole proprietor of it. And yeah, just working on getting business cards and credit cards, and working on getting moving from fourth wall to like manufacturers overseas and stuff, so it'll be even cheaper. And just working on reaching out to different communities like the car community up here, and like working on getting our social media right, because I've been lacking on that, because I'm not really a social media guy. I like to stick to myself, except like posting on YouTube, and just doing all that. And what else? Got the Shopify going and Printify going. um, I'm having a few issues with that actually, but um, I have someone helping me out with it. But yeah, once that's up, the next collection will be on fourth wall, but the collection after that is going to be on Shopify. So yeah, so
Nice.
it should be good. And then after that, I'm gonna move to like, I have a website, but it's connected to my Shopify. But I'm gonna get another one that's gonna be from me, and I'll be selling, like, I'm gonna buy bulk and then like shipping it out myself, type of deal. So I know that's gonna be a while because the designs and everything. I have to make a tech pack, which I'm working on the tech pack, um, and then have to send it to the manufacturer, and then they have to send me back what they got from the tech pack, and then I gotta like ensure the quality, see if it printed right, all that stuff. So it's gonna be a while before like I move to buying bulk and everything, but it's coming up for sure. But yeah, that's
That's
some of the
just it.
background of the merch stuff. Just it takes a lot. I've been working on it for like 3 months, which yeah, I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos on it. Like while I'm at work, I'm watching, and just learning. I've learned a lot, but it still takes a lot of work. But yeah, that's just some of the background stuff, though.
Yeah, our focus has sure changed since playing the crew there. Like, we were really putting in a lot of work just to be, one of the better players on the
Yeah,
game and be able to compete with some of the best. And that's really what we were able to do. But to do it going forward, it's not really
yeah, it's not
it's not
worth.
really something I want to put myself through again, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not playing for money and I'm dealing with people who,
are
you
harassing.
know, yeah, the rules are questionable, right? You showed it to
Yeah,
someone who didn't play the game, they'd be like, "Ah, the format's strange, right? Why
mm,
is first place not really get rewarded for winning the race?"
yeah,
Like on most general racing structure points.
mm,
So, it came down to the wire in some of the races, and it's just like we don't win, and then we're getting bullied and harassed like we have been, throughout the duration
yeah,
of the game, which we knew we were getting into, but it
yeah,
just comes a point in time where it's not worth it anymore. You get enough people to come and say, "Listen, you're not welcome here,"
yeah.
and you just move on, right? And
So
now Kato's focused about real life things, right?
yeah,
Business side of
yeah.
things. So, you know, they can stay and continue to play that game, and that's fine, but we're moving a different road now.
Yeah.
So
So
um,
originally, why we joined, because I was friends with Blitz. It was cool, and you know, first season didn't really do that well. I think we went like half and half. Then second season got cut short because a lot of teams left, like half the teams, and then season 2.5 or the third season, 8 win streak, 8 race win streak, and then they got cocky. Oh, they got too much ego. It wasn't ego. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up my speech. Here, I'm gonna pull it out.
yeah, hit him with it, man.
Yeah, I gotta hit him with it.
No harm, no foul. You're allowed to express yourself, man.
So we already talked
Professionally.
about. Recently we decided to leave, and then it was followed up by a 43-minute video of top players trying to embarrass me and my team for something that I said to Blitz, and about farming teams, which I admittedly, that was cocky, and that was a little bit of ego showing. And then, when all that happened, I was upset because it felt like I was backdoored by a friend, because he sent what I said to the people I was talking about, and he said that he sent it to them because it was funny. Oh my God, not him barking. But it was at the time. It wasn't just my ego popping out. It was just like confidence of you, Blitz. Well, not you, not Blitz. My bad. You, Plat, Haru, Zen, Blue, Plat. Just it was confidence in the team as a whole. Because 8 win streak. We were that was. I think I sent that text to him. I think week 5 or something like that when we had like 5-6 wins, and it was just a big betrayal to me because why are you leaking our private conversations? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
he
How
he
my
was doing
question?
that to me. He was doing that for me, like getting stuff that Rhino said and sending it to me. But I mean, we both didn't like Rhino. Like who the fuck cares? But we're still friends, and you send what I said to someone else who I don't fuck with. Come on now, you're adding fuel to the fire, pretty much. But
Yeah, I
what would
just
you
don't
say?
understand really how we were portrayed the way we were.
Yeah,
When we played the best team in the league, I flat out said, and I was mentoring the guys. They were the ones who trust me. I said, Jason, we're probably not winning this race, guys. Like
yeah,
we could show up the best versions of ourselves, and it's still possible they're gonna beat us every time. Like these guys are very good at what they do.
yeah,
And there was no, oh, we're gonna crush them or this league's fucking our dude. I knew, and I communicated as such that like we knew that we were the underdog,
yeah.
and
We were the
even though
underdog
we
whole
were the
season.
underdog, we gave one hell of a fight, man.
Facts.
And we didn't pull cards, we didn't do drama, we chose peace, peace, peace. And it just there was no love getting back. Like the community doesn't have to agree on everything, but we need some like basic level of respect back.
Yeah, it
Like
was.
it's
It's an uphill battle with us especially because, like, once again we are the underdogs and we do have that reputation with people that have bad reputations, and but still it should be basic forms of self respect all around the board. But you know,
yeah,
and hold on, I'm gonna get back to the speech. Hold on, and
you're
this
good, man.
this is where I got personal. So, quick side note onto personal shit. Like, all my life I've been fueled by rage, right? Because everyone always counted me out. Everyone always said like I wouldn't be able to do what I wanted. Like for YouTube example, people told me that I wasn't gonna be able to make money on YouTube, and it's just a dream and quit and go get a job, etc., etc., etc. And I've always been angry at the fact that I was always underestimated, and like I don't wake up happy. I wake up mad as fuck, right? Well, not all the time, but this was back then. I used to wake up angry as hell at the world and angry at myself and angry at other people because like every time someone would say something like that I couldn't do, I'd always want to prove them wrong. And like I wake up not to enjoy another day because there's still a motherfucker out there who I haven't proved wrong yet. You know, another motherfucker who betted against me is just waiting to cash in on me failing, and I will die before I let them cash that fucking check. Like, I refuse to fail. I refuse to fail myself or my team or anyone who's ever counted on me. I am the pillar that holds up everything together. Like, I'm the last pillar before the building collapses. And I refuse to buckle because someone tried to hammer out my foundation a little. Never in a million years will you ever see me fold to that weak ass shit. Like, I refuse to fail. And that's the mentality that I took going into the league. Like, we will not fail. We came to the league to prove something from the seasons, like the 2 seasons beforehand, and in my eyes, we proved it. We went up against the best and barely lost. So, we at week 8, when after we faced Obsidian, we had nothing more to prove. The other shit was just, I mean, if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. Because I mean, like, the other teams weren't. Our first 8 weeks was the most challenging. Well, not our first 8 weeks. The first 10, when we faced Supernova. Facing Supernova and Obsidian was our Super Bowl, and that's what we were aiming for. Because the other teams just couldn't compete. And then Wildstar came out of the blue and blew us out of the water. But I mean,
Yeah.
that
It's
was
just
that was
funny to see
HKR and
people.
RCR and 3 other fucking teams amalgamated together.
Yeah.
Also, also, the Alliance. They brought up the Alliance a lot, and I talked to J Dub, and the Alliance is 2 teams that form together into one team. It's not 2 teams separately. It's they formed a single team together, and they called it the Alliance because it
Yeah.
was originally 2 teams that came together. They are one team, not two. So, the argument that Wild Style is one team is it's inaccurate. Like, all 3 of you, all 3 teams in that one team is 3 separate teams that come together to race. Not y'all aren't under a single banner. Y'all are under multiple banners. By the way, not like the Alliance because they run under one thing, not two. And Wildstar runs under 3 banners, not a single one. They run under 3. So let's get that right. And I know that's gonna cause some controversy. I can see the comments now or Discord messages. I ought to just fucking reveal my fucking DMs right now, but I'm not because I'm not Blitz. But yeah,
Yeah.
I know
No.
SN is gonna get a
Honestly,
kick out of that.
we were manipulated into thinking that, oh, you were 8 and whatever. What part do they forget in their version of the story that I didn't play?
Facts,
I have nothing to prove anymore.
facts.
I've won all the races against all the people in that game. That when I started playing the game, I wanted to become able to beat them.
Yep,
I got what I wanted out of the game.
facts. And
Okay, I'm not
as
gonna
soon
go
as you
back and play
accomplish it,
anyone
we
for
pulled them
money.
out.
Exactly, and honestly, the whole thing where we were manipulated and I think we were egotistical for celebrating against a team that we should have never beat in a race in a 1v4 situation and saying
Facts.
let's fucking go, not targeting them, not calling them out, not saying they suck,
Just
not
being
saying
excited
we're
in
better than them,
general,
just being
crazy.
excited like the same tennis match I watched that night. Same thing.
Yeah,
Players, same reaction. My girlfriend heard me. Okay. So, where maybe I want to give them the benefit of the doubt in one aspect, and maybe it's a cultural indifference, right? Maybe there's something that I don't understand about that. But to my neighbor or to someone I don't know down the street to see me celebrate and given the context, okay, it's fine. You ever been like I don't know if anyone who's listened's been to a COD LAN event or something, but if you're unable to process that that's normal behavior at those events, that means every single person who plays has an ego. So, if that philosophy is the same, then that would mean you do too. And maybe you like calling other people an ego because that's an easy thing to say, right?
yeah.
Oh,
Or
he
you have a
celebrated
bigger
really
one
loudly. He's cocky. That's not how it works, man.
at all.
And and to try to trick people into thinking that, no, I'm hype in everything I do. I play everything, but I always give credit where credit's due. If
Facts.
someone's good at the game, I say that. Obsidian's good. Should we knock them out of the park? No. SN, same thing. But guess what? We showed up, played hell of a matches. I
Mm-hmm.
raced some of my worst races in the Supernova series, but I'm still walking away happy. You know,
Yep.
to do a 1v4 in Search and Destroy against one of the best teams in the world, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I did it on the crew in the first race where the nerves are the highest. We know we're the underdogs, and I was able to do
Facts.
that. You know, I'm not rubbing it in their face. We're in our own private call before we switch back in theirs. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, let's fucking go, guys. We can do this. Please, I want someone to
To
look me
help.
in the eyes and tell
Yeah.
me that that is ego, because I really don't think it is. And then
And
it's
they
this
they'll
person's
still try to.
egotistical,
They
and
still
this
try.
person's egotistical. Like, are you guys serious right now, man? I lose races and I compliment other people. You don't hear me. You don't try to know me. You don't try to know Kato. You just take the version of him that best suits you, and when things start not going your way, you use it against them. Like,
Yep.
that's not what we want in gaming, in any game, not just the crew. This is an experience from the crew, but I'm sure that lots of people can relate that this is in other games too.
Yeah.
Once you start getting at a certain level, people either love or they hate you.
Yep.
We need more love. Even if someone doesn't treat you how you want to be treated, just kill them with love. This is what we need more of, okay? We don't feed back into this shit. If you have a problem with someone, if you don't like the way that someone talks, just, unless they say something out of line, then just deal with it. We're different individuals with different background, different life experiences all coming together. At least unless I call you a fucking this or a that for no reason, and I'm just being a dickhead, just let us race, man. Let us play. Let us stick to the rules. Let's try to have a structured game, and we didn't get any of that. We're not
Yeah.
just trying to sit here and trick everyone into thinking that these people we're playing the victims or nothing like that. No, it got serious to the point where we're thinking about real life implications for
Yeah.
not agreeing on a video game.
Facts.
Okay, we're getting indirect threats that are not taken out of context, that are very
And
clear,
are as their
and
quote
no
unquote
form
appear
of
as jokes.
no form of apology at all, which I
Yeah.
didn't expect.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But to be tricked in other people's minds to think that we were the bad people as a team, it's just it's not right. And to some of the younger guys on this team, that stuff's demoralizing. That stuff
Very.
makes them question
We've.
reality, their character, how they present themselves, how they
Yeah.
communicate with people. Because these people who they think are very powerful people on a
Yeah.
game
And have
have
a
a
lot
big
more
impact on.
influence. Yeah. Like we've had multiple players like be like, hey, I don't want to race anymore. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, I'm just burnt out, or da da da. And I'm able to read between the lines because, like, once they say that, I look at what they play afterwards, and they're still on the crew manifest. Like, I can tell it's just stress from the league, and then they're worried about what other people will say or think about them when they hop in a league race, or like, you know, be deathly afraid of saying like, oh, they rammed me and da da da, da, and then them being punished
Yeah,
for it
I
or
didn't
being labeled.
yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't complain about being rammed once the entire league,
yeah,
man.
because
Like, I was at one
anything,
point, Mackie was that guy, man. I used
yeah,
to complain all the time. I used to bitch and whine and complain. But that's what I want everyone to do. I want everyone to grow as people. It's okay to be at that spot at one point in your life. But there's an eventual spot you get to where you accept certain things and you give credit where it's due.
yeah, I agree.
It's yeah, it sucks that we have to express it, but people are curious. People want to know where we went. We have a big stepping stone on that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
but
didn't win all the tournaments for money and stuff. There's been races out there that we beat the best people when they're in their prime.
yeah, facts.
And that's something no one can take away from us. That doesn't make us better than them. That just means that on that day at that time, we showed up.
Yep.
We put our hearts into the match.
Mm-hmm.
Everything we practiced for paid off. That's what we were trying to get out of the game. But when you race and people are in your DMs and they're dragging you into this chat, this chat, this chat
Mm.
because they don't like the way you drive, They say desync and all this stuff. Like, I'm not out here to kill people I never have. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't understand why things get taken out of context and then people separate from one another and you can't be friends with this person. It's like, get to know someone. You're just like, oh, fuck you. It's like
Yeah.
over, dude. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Once your
you're
friend
telling me
says,
that
"Oh, I
guy
don't
cut
like
me
this
off?
dude," yeah.
It's like, you said that guy cut me off before? Oh, I'll never work for him, man. No, he gave me a letter of offer, but I found out I had to work for him. No, I'm not
Yeah.
doing that. Like, it's
It
just
shouldn't work like that, but
no,
it
not at all.
does. But yeah, we're not gonna fix the community in one podcast, but we're just getting it out there, and we're trying to talk about issues that we personally have dealt with, and I might grab J Dub and he can talk about his experience because he experienced. I texted him and he said he experienced the exact same thing as I was, and he watched the 43-minute video too, and was very upset. Which I'm glad that didn't happen to him, but you know, which at the end I'm gonna put the clip in of them saying like, if you care that much about this game, you should kill yourself. Which I'm gonna throw that clip in. But yeah,
But
that's
that for that individual involved,
yeah,
that is not a character for them. That is sadly,
yeah,
it's a normalized behavior,
mm-hmm,
and maybe it's the social norm there, but from where I'm from, it's not. You're not making it very far in life talking that way.
yeah.
So
Even if it was a joke, still, why would you joke about that? Because people listen to that and they're like, maybe I should do it. Not me. I'm good. I have all the love in the world, but like it's just like the fact that it was said in the first place, not okay. But I might just sound like I'm bitching, but I'm really not. I'm just oh, and I remember when what Vape sent me. I'm gonna throw it into. Oh, actually, no, I'm not
well,
gonna do
Kato,
that.
you do realize one thing, right, man?
What?
There's some people on this game that are indifferent
Oh yeah, true.
on where they're at in the community. And maybe to some who've been paying attention and put a lot of time and hours in this game, thousands of hours in this game, and they hear one more story, and they can look at us and can tell that, we're not making something up. We're not trying to manipulate people into thinking something. We're telling this from our hearts.
Yeah,
And maybe they're like, you know what, man? Like, this just adds the final seal because I think there's a lot of people in the crew who are really like who could relate to a lot of this stuff more than any game I played before. Like, just relate to like a same subject, and
yeah.
it's not even with a group of it's widespread. We're not
Mm-hmm.
trying to just say this. This is today's podcast. Okay, like not every the community is very large,
Yeah.
so we're just stuck to what we did today, and yeah, Kato, you want to wrap things up here? You think?
Yeah. So, pretty much, to summarize everything, we left the league for a reason. We joined the league for a reason, and it wasn't pride. Well, maybe it may have been pride, but it wasn't ego that drove us, and it wasn't ego that drove me to say that. It was general confidence that I had in my team to, put us in there, and we going out every week and racing with our hearts, and like we shouldn't have been put in the position that we were when we left. Oh, hold on. Like it was, you know, it was just our hearts talking. It was our hearts and not ego or whatever. That was what we wanted to do, and at the end of the day, we just wanted to leave, and you know, it got blown up in our face, type shit, and it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have been like that. It should have been, nothing but love, nothing but respect. Because at the time, it was nothing but love and respect. But you know, people fear what they don't understand, and since they don't understand us, they turned on us. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. And thank you guys for watching. And the merch link will be in the description. Everyone's channels will be in the description. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.
Later, fellas. Peace.